Justin Trudeau is the Prince Andrew of Canada. Slow dancing with his best girl, and they're just dreamy and what it's like gross.
I should have known better, but I didn't. I should have known better, but I didn't, and I did that, and I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done it. I should have known better. I should have known better then, but I didn't, and I did it, and I am deeply sorry for it. I shouldn't have done that.
This is going to get ugly.
So the thing that frustrates me with conservatives is that they always get it wrong. They always kind of focus on the wrong thing, and they make a big deal about the wrong thing, and they don't really know how to make an argument or a good point. And they're just exactly like liberals, lefties. They're just as susceptible or as lazy about doing the groupthink thing where it's like they see somebody else say something that reflects their side, and so they start repeating it and they act like it's their own idea, that whole thing. So this is a good example of it, right? This recent little brouhaha with Justin Trudeau and that Katy Perry person. So this is all over social media. It's all over X. And, you look at this and you look at what this represents. And of all the things that you could extract from this, to focus on, to say something about Justin Trudeau as a person, as the man, as a political figure, as the leader of an important country for 10 years, to say something relevant and significant about Canada and Canadians and what it means that he was reelected by Canadians 3 times. And this was the man that they considered appropriate to run their country, and so much that you can extract from this of interest and of value about that. Not least of all, is that you see a guy in his mid-50s who is at this teenager's music festival acting like a teenager, and you just can see who this person is. This is Justin Trudeau. This is who this guy is. This rich kid, playboy, dilettante guy who should have never been anywhere near politics. This should have been his trajectory in life. And it's interesting that, this was him before he was elected. Then he got into politics, was in there for 10 years. As soon as that ended, he went right back to this, because this is who he is, right? Justin Trudeau is the Prince Andrew of Canada, right? He's, like I said, he's like this guy born into the aristocracy, famous last name, because he's a Trudeau. He walks in the room, everybody goes, "Ooh, that's Justin Trudeau," and everybody treats him like he's incredible and special for some reason, and he believes it, right? He thinks, "Hey, I'm the guy, woohoo, I'm the man." And you see that in all of this. He's like with his backwards baseball cap and like, "I'm down with the kids, at the kids show," and slow dancing with his best girl, and they're just dreamy and what it's like gross. So this is who this man is and who he always was. That's what I see when I look at this. Plus, what does that say about Canadians, about our politics, about our sophistication as a political entity, and But what did conservatives see? What did they focus on? What did they see that was the most important thing? The damn cup. They're plastic. Ooh, didn't he ban plastic cups 5 years ago or something? Ooh, and of course, when one person sees, oh, look, he's drinking out of a plastic cup, oh, I'm going to say, did you notice he's drinking out of a plastic cup? Ooh, and someone else goes, ooh, a plastic cup, and everybody's acting it like it's their idea, like they're saying something interesting and original. And then it's all of the rules for thee, but not for me. Ooh, I like that. I'm going to say that too. Hey, rules for me. Again, everybody's just regurgitating this groupthink, right? So look at this, okay? This is all stuff on X. All I see is plastic cups. Someone banned them up here in Canada. Who was that again? Didn't he ban plastic cups? Justin Trudeau bans plastic straws in Canada. Rules for thee, but not for me. Canada to ban harmful single-use plastics. Remember when Justin Trudeau banned plastic bags and straws? Now he's posting pics with solo cups. Rules for thee, but not for me. And this asshole is drinking out of a plastic cup. The guy lectured Canadians for years on single-use plastic. Ugh. So for me, when I'm looking at this, I'm seeing what it says about this grown man, what it says about our politics. But even more than that, the first thing that popped into my mind was thinking about, people, so it wasn't that long ago. So what happens when most people leave politics, when leaders of countries leave the political realm? What happens usually? Well, usually what happens is they get appointed to the board of some corporation or some NGO, or they get appointed to something on some university faculty. They get some position at the UN. They join the board of directors of some law firm. That's usually the kind of things that happen. These kind of sinecures that you get. These rewards for serving the interests of the establishment while you had this position of power. And I was thinking the first one that popped to mind was Jacinda Ardern, so the Prime Minister of New Zealand. At the same time, Justin was the Prime Minister of Canada. So a contemporary. All through the COVID stuff, she was, at least as authoritarian and zealous about it as Justin was, if not more so. Now, nobody's ever going to accuse Jacinda Ardern of being some kind of intellectual, of being some kind of genius or anything. But I think immediately after leaving politics, she got some kind of appointment to the UN for something for a period. And now she's just taken up positions at Harvard. Harvard. Right? So if she can get a job, you would expect anybody can, because that's what happens. You just are automatically, transition from politics to one of these positions in one of these prestigious roles and industries or academic institutions. Justin, on the other hand, instead of working at Harvard, he is taking the role of world's oldest teenager. Suggests to me there were not a lot of offers flooding into Justin Trudeau's inbox for positions and jobs. And so it seems pretty clear that the people in the international establishment see Justin as so unserious and so useless that nobody, no NGO, no corporation, law firm, academic institution, nobody gave him a job. No one offered him a role in anything. And so the reasons for that is exactly what you're seeing in these videos and pictures. Because this is the guy who they're looking at and thinking, we're going to hire him to do something? I don't think so. Right? That's the guy that they always were looking at. You know, you kept hearing from liberals how respected and admired Justin Trudeau was internationally. Obviously not. I mean, it was obvious to a lot of us that obviously, most of us, other than liberal supporters, that was not the case. But here's the proof that you always needed. Nobody took this guy seriously. Nobody wants him after serving as Prime Minister of Canada. That's who Canadians elected to be their Prime Minister. Someone that nobody would put in charge of a classroom somewhere, you know, to lecture to students about stuff. It's this guy, the guy with the backward hat, right? The dilettante, the playboy, the minor celebrity hanging out with a washed up pop singer. You know, yo, 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 hey, look, I'm the guy, I'm here, party started. You know, that's Justin Trudeau, right? That's the kind of thing to take away when you look at this. Not the damn cups, not the cups. Because when you focus on the cups, you're handing the liberals ammunition against you. You're doing exactly what they always accuse you of, right? You're so petty and you've got so little to complain about that you're complaining about what cup he's drinking out of, and you're doing what they're saying. It's so trite and it's so trivial, and you're trying to turn it into the thing when you've got this huge thing right in front of you that speaks volumes about liberals, about the Liberal Party, about their organization. It's the same government that was reelected this time, that had this guy as their leader. It's just a different figurehead this time around. These are the liberals who thought this guy was great. Nobody serious in the world takes this guy seriously. It's all right in front of you, and you focus on the cups. Rules for thee, not for me. It's so frustrating. It's not about the cups.
This is going to get ugly.
Never okay.